Hello, welcome back. Last time, with much effort, I managed to get into the Black Hole Forge and see what was in there. There was a little bit of information, and a real creepy vision of something. And I still don't know exactly what that something is. Anyway, so today's main activity is planned to be to explore a whole new planet, pretty much, that I, teleported to once and then left. I think I did a flyby once. That's right, I went to a thing orbiting it, but I have not spent basically any time on the surface of Giant's Deep. And I want to know about that. However, I'm sure my ship log thinks I learned lots of things here. Alignment angle diagram. Yeah, okay, so I understood this a little better on review. A diagram depicting the alignment angle between a warp tower and its corresponding astral body. Warp tower alignment angles are not exact. They only need to be within 5 degrees of the astral body's center. This results in slightly longer warp windows that last roughly several seconds. Anyone stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. Yeah, okay, so that's all that shows. I understand now. A warp tower's alignment point is not its warp receiver. Rather, a warp tower always aligns at the center of its corresponding astral body. Okay. The warp receiver must be located on or in close orbit around the relevant astral body. The hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body with a shared alignment point in between them. Okay, sure. All of the warp towers were being constructed on Ash Twin, while the 6 warp receivers were being constructed at different locations. 6. So I'm wondering about something. Why is there a warp tower on Ash Twin that targets Ash Twin with an active warp core in it? I think I must have something wrong, because that was what I thought I saw. The one with the Nomai corpse, or empty spacesuit or whatever, pointing at it. I stood there for an entire cycle and went nowhere. It's part of 2 very twin-looking towers, and I assumed that one represented the Ash Twin, but I haven't verified that the other one represents Ember Twin. Okay, so yeah, there's more to do with warp towers. I know, let's see, what do I know? I have pretty high confidence I know which one represents the sun. There's a cactus path that I wasn't able to get through the one time I tried to actually get to the warp core to go to the sun's station. So that's one. There's one that I used to go to Timberhearth. That's 2. I'm fairly certain at some point in the past I warped to Giant's Deep from Ash Twin. That's 3. That was the one time I was on the surface there. Maybe one of 2. I forget. What are the other 3? Do I have... By the way, I know my name Poke successfully forged an advanced warp core for the Ash Twin project. Do I have image records of what the towers look like, or what the graphics for them are? Don't I have a... no. An advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of Ash Twin. Is that's what this was? Okay, sure. By the way, the Hanging City, there's more to explore here. Yes, of course there is. I need to come back there. I suspect, let's see, there were 2 places with ghost matter in my way, and I didn't make a very good effort at getting past that ghost matter. The diagrams I'm looking for are... I don't know where. I think somewhere in my log. Okay, here are some murals. Anglerfish fossil. Sunless City. There's more to explore here, of course. At the very least, that reading behind the place I couldn't get into. I thought I had to go sit down a sandfall. Got these both noted. I'll be coming back to them. Do I have any asterisks on places I don't have noted? That's worth a look. Not that I spot. Okay, so just those 2 locations. Ash Twin Tower designs. Here we go. This is what I'm after. Okay, so this was Timberhearth, I think. This is the sun, I think. This is Brittle Hollow. Right, that's the 4th location. Yeah, and then 5th and 6th would appear to be Hourglass Twins themselves, but why is there an Ash Twin Tower on Ash Twin? Ember Twin Tower... Okay, so I should go there and verify that that is what it is. That the other tower goes to Ember Twin, because I haven't actually done that. Anyway, we're going to Giant's Deep right now. That's the plan. I spent a whole lot of time talking about everything that's not that, but no, that's what's happening right now, today. I don't know where it is. Right, my map does. There it is, behind me. Giant's Deep. So, hi Quantum Moon, I see you. I'm gonna fly right through you, maybe. Yup. And you're gone. So each planet has kind of had its own... I saw 2 satellites there. Each planet has kind of had its own sort of hazard. I'm thinking this one's main hazard is going to be real high gravity. I will have trouble flying around here. That's my prediction. And it has a weird atmosphere. So, like, it's not a gas giant, but it has a very thick cloud of gas that I have to penetrate into here. I can't see anything. Okay, that's another hazard. Here we go. Alright. It's very watery and... Ooh, there's like a huge maelstrom. Okay, got it. Not the button I wanted. That's fine. Put away. Is there a landing here, or would I be better off warping? Well, I can probably land wherever the... Oh, this looks like a landing pad. I can probably land wherever the warp receiver is, but I can also just land right here. Here we go. This is made to anchor my ship down. Why do you need a thing to anchor the ship down? Gravity, by the way, is 2g. So if I wanted to use my jetpack booster, how well would it work? Extremely poorly. That's what I thought. If I wanted to jump, I can jump more than I can boost. So jump, then boost, and that's as much height as I'm ever going to get here. Alright, so jetpack basically just doesn't work. Got it. I wonder if my ship can depart from here, or if this field's going to hold it down firmly. I'm going to check that right now. Can I escape, or am I just here permanently now? I can escape. Alright, I can escape. Satisfied with that. If I can lift off the ground a little bit. Ship doesn't run out of boost. It's just my jetpack. Alright, so no jetpacking. This is clearly a very official entrance. Yeah, like if I forward boost, I just literally don't even get off the ground, so I can't accelerate that way. Alright. I'm enjoying these water running down my visor effects. That's very nicely done. Okay, 2 maelstroms. It's very stormy here. Alright, well, there's reading to do. Let's do some reading. That's empty. Okay, so here's the reading. This is it. We've finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. That's right, that's what orbits this planet. I forgot what it was. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Orbital probe cannon was trying to locate the Eye of the Universe, I believe? That seems right. Daz, that's a new name. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse, also a new name, we will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. Yes. Avens will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. They predicted this. Accurately. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. Gelatinous, huh? Okay. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens before behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Got a gooey marshmallow here. Alright, so yeah, orbital probe cannon image here. I've experienced things like this before. This is not solid. I have to work real hard to overcome the gravity. I just want to stand in the middle of this hologram for some reason. Gravity wall, do you work? Yes. Okay, oh jeez. Oh, confusion. Oh. Ah. Oh. What? I'm in space now. Is my ship still here? Yeah, okay, so ship is anchored to this platform. What on earth? Okay, so the landmass I'm on is floating on the ocean, occasionally gets picked up by the maelstrom, and flung into space. I can step on either of these paths, perhaps? Maybe one does one side and one does the other, to bring it back down onto the surface to regain gravity. That's my interpretation of what happened there. Oh boy! Water's coming in, kinda. Okay, so maybe not just high gravity, but also violent weather. That's the other main hazard here. I'm wearing a spacesuit. I should be okay underwater. I'll go a little slower, sure. But, like, I have my own oxygen supply. I'm fully enclosed. If I can survive in space, I can survive underwater. That should be no problem. It'll just be a little harder to move, that's all. Alright, here's another maelstrom pad, in case I need to re-anchor this, I guess. Why the circular track here, I wonder? I'm not sure I get why I'm on what I'm on. Okay. Projection stone. Control module. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Why does this sound so familiar? Have I read this conversation before? Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain... I wish I were pulling your locomotive limb. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Why do I have a memory of reading this exact text? Perhaps there's a copy of this projection stone somewhere that I saw? Perhaps I've been here? An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. No, I totally read this. Long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon that long ago. I've been here. Why have I been here? How have I been here? Is this like right next to... something? I don't know. How have I... why have I read that before? I don't understand. Huh. Alright, so what's this look like? Yeah, okay, there's a copy of this projection stone on the orbital probe cannon, and I read it there, and I also saw this. I remember that. That's perhaps the same stone. Right there. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. Alright, probe cannon and probe cannon modules. 3 of them. Okay, sure. Alright, I think that's where I came from? It's where my ship is, so yeah, that adds up. Alright, so let's keep going. What else can I see? And how long before I get picked up by a maelstrom, I wonder? It's probably going to happen again. 2.8 gravity for a moment. I saw that. Well, not really anything to do here, huh? There's a platform over there. Let's go there. This feels so weird. It's very slow. Negative 1.9. Negative 2.2. My gravity readings are a little weird here. 1.8. Okay. Anyway, I want to go here. I did it. What have I found? Nothing? Something. Brittle Hollow projection stone. That could be interesting and informative. I'm going to have to ferry that all the way back to the projector, though. Alright. I will do it. Projector's just over here, I believe. Oops, that's fine. I still have it in my hand. If I were to get picked up by a maelstrom right now, I'd be fine because I'm on a gravity floor. Fine as far as, like, sticking to a surface. I might not be fine other than that, though. Here, you go away, you go away. You come here. So what do I see on Brittle Hollow? A place I've never been. This is the Southern Observatory. Oh, cool. Okay. That's a Giant's Deep. Okay, I got picked up. Giant's Deep something something. Where's a Maelstrom Recenterer? Here we go. A very know-my solution to this problem. Okay, so I wait in here until... Right, so it crashes back down in the water, then floats back up, and then I'm released from my captivity. Okay, I'll be back at my ship before that 3 minutes is up. Probably. Alright, so that's what it looks like in the Southern Observatory. The symbol on the projection stone I saw in the projection was of Giant's Deep, I believe. Kanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? I don't understand. My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at the Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. The trailhead starts at Brittle Hollow's equator. Thank you, that is useful information. Trailhead, Brittle Hollow's equator. Probably want to go there early so it's as intact as possible. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. So, like, they don't understand water, and they have something heavy and not buoyant that's going below the surface? Is that what I'm reading? I don't know. Yeah, and I already saw what the projection pool shows for that. Okay, so what did my ship log think I learned there? Also, gotta get back there before oxygen runs out. It is getting actually incredibly low. I have not much time. But it should be enough. Oh, there's trees here too. That works. It's hard to dismount that. Alright, I think I'm satisfied with what I learned here. That seemed to be more or less everything that's here. I don't think that's anything special. Any frequencies of interest here? I don't think so. I feel like it's been a while since that's been relevant. Alright, so that was this little platform. Highly informative. What else can I learn elsewhere on the planet? So I haven't been today to the warp receiver pad. Okay, construction yard, southern observatory, yes. Ocean depths. Oh, right, so I might need to go diving. The Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which they'd previously thought was impossible. Why? This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon... Ah, that's why the ring's around there. That's used for the construction of the... like the barrel and everything. I see. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. Until right when I woke up. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Yes. Yes, it was. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep that revealed how an object might sink below the strong ocean current. There's a path beneath the surface that leads to the observatory. The trailhead starts at Brittle Hollow's equator. Okay. Great. That'd be a great place to go, not this late in the cycle. That's going to be next time's activity, I think. So... first, what else is there to see here? So here's Construction Island. Alright, great. Right, that's ship landing, that's just... there's nothing else to see there as far as I can tell. Many maelstroms, rain hitting my ship. Okay, here's the warp receiver. Here's a ship landing space. I will use it. Wait, what? Wait, why you take me to Maelstrom? Ah! Oh shoot, where? Okay, no, that thing got sent to space. I see. But it'll come back down. It'll just crash into the... Well, if it does that on its own, then what's the point of the Maelstrom pads? I'm not really sure. Okay, well let me just be patient with this. Where am I? I don't know. Here we go. This is so cool. Every planet here just has so much personality. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, there's that pad. Lightning, don't strike me. Okay, I'm anchored. I think I was thrust into space again. I'm just going to sit here for a moment until this crashes back down. Let's buckle up. That seems like a good way to be for this. It'll happen. Give it a moment. Sploosh! Not sploosh yet. That was the atmosphere. Sploosh! And float. Okay, great. Gonna bob up and down. I'll go underwater briefly right here in a moment. It's fine. Alright. So actually I'm not sure what the Maelstrom pads do. They have nothing to do with summoning the thing back down. It just does that on its own. Yeah, I understand, but like I can't boost much. I can do some. This is a one-way trip, by the way, but it's late enough in the cycle that I'm okay with it. Hello! Eyes open? That's what their pupils look like. Okay. So third statue. Also there's a gravity path here. I'm not ready to take that. I'm going to open this door first. This is... Statue Workshop. Ooh! Door's broken. Alright. Well, let's take the gravity crystal path then. That's a place I absolutely must go. How will I do it? Maybe this way will lead me in somehow. Yep. Alright, trees are here. My computer's having some trouble with this spot for some reason. I wonder why. Maelstrom pad, alright. Still don't know exactly what those do. but they anchor me while I'm not on the surface. I wonder how much time I have left. It's probably not much. I think I'm close to the end of the universe. I probably have about 3 minutes if I were to guess. This seems dangerous. I'm worried about getting struck by lightning here. Return pad is not charged because I did not warp here from here. Can't jump that. I've already read this. I don't need to. I read that and then I warped back. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so this would be the official path if I... Hi, Dark Bramble. You're like super close. That's not Dark Bramble. That's something floating in the ocean, I think. Is that like a part of Dark Bramble that fell down here? Is that Dark Bramble? No, Dark Bramble is way over there. I don't know, that looked Dark Bramble-y to me. It's either a piece of it, or like, through some trick of perspective, it looked like it was floating on the ocean. There was a bramble seed on Timberhearth too, so that's not unheard of at all. Alright, Clunk. It wants me to scout down there. They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Tell me about this, please. Phlox says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Phlox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lamy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see a later test. Alright, so these are the kids. What am I scouting? Where is this? Okay, that looks like something of interest. But I need to be in there to get much out of that. Okay. Sneak in the other way. There's another way somewhere. Ugh. Such strong gravity. I'm hearing sounds and having trouble telling whether they're real-life weather or just this ambience being extremely convincing. Could be either one. The other way. So there's another way somewhere. I doubt I have time to locate it. I don't really have any breadcrumbs right now. Is this the only building I can go into? It's the most obvious one. Alright, would my scout somehow tell me anything about another way in? Okay, let me try and locate the door. I hear maelstrom sounds. Am I about to get picked up? Yes. I'm getting picked up. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just in space. That's all. No problem. Maybe the other way in, Clunk, could be like on the bottom somewhere. Oops, whoa. Oops, okay, so that's wrong button. Don't worry about it. Oh boy, this is probably bad for me. I'd like to be... Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I'm in the ocean now. This is probably very bad for me. Am I gonna float? Yes, okay. I have buoyancy. That's probably good. Alright, so right, there's the broken door. I'm in a weird, awkward spot that I'm not entirely certain I can come back from. I might have to wait for this to get flung into space again, and by then the sun will probably have exploded. However, maybe I can get out here to my ship. Maybe. Looks like it. Okay. So that's good. Alright, so my scout's in there. And that's how I would return to my ship, sure, because otherwise I can't get across this in the other direction. There's just no way I could boost high enough. Alright, so here's the door. I'm gonna place my scout right here so I know where this is. That is acting as a location marker. Scout has a lot of uses, it's just sometimes hard to think of them on the spot. It's a location marker, it's a lamp, it's a way to observe a quantum something or other. It's a way to see through a tight space I can't fit my body through, but that's the way the game always wants me to use it, and that feels like its least useful function to me. Alright, universe ending. Can I find this back entrance before that happens? Alright, so here's Scout. Right, there's the door. Sure, so there's the door. There's me, hi. Hey, I've never actually taken a picture of myself. What do I look like? Well, I'm in my suit. I should do this without the suit. There I am. Projection thingy, sure, okay. Lots to see in there. Is there another... Obviously there is another entrance, since the kids mentioned it. But how would I locate it? Well, presumably... That splooshes in the water. I mean, I could go underwater. I could just fly in when this gets launched into space from the bottom. That's perhaps the most reasonable. Okay. Let's vaguely plan to do that. I think that'll be my point of entry. Then from in there, maybe I can find a more official secret entrance and take that the next time. Alright, anything I can see from here in the last few moments of life I have? It's gotten real dark suddenly. Am I going into space? No, I'm still on the surface. But when the sun explodes, it gets dark in here, apparently. I wonder why. There's the light. Oh, because the sun went away, of course! Yeah, so no more sunlight illuminating the atmosphere until it re-expands into a ball of molten plasma or whatever it is. Alright, got it. Cool, that was super interesting and informative. Southern Observatory is absolutely on the menu next time, now that I have clear instructions. Well, a decent breadcrumb for how to get in. I think I could have gotten there without that. I was once almost there, and I think I could have just followed whatever trail I was on a little more persistently, but now I know I'm looking specifically along the equator, and I have a decent idea of what that's going to look like. Okay, great. And there's more to see in Giant's Deep. There's the getting into the bottom of the statue workshop, which will be easiest when it gets tossed into space by a maelstrom. That's fine. There are probably also more places to land. I just went to the first two and didn't see if there were more before I ran out of time. Alright, cool. So, got clear things to do next time. I'll see you then!